Greetings, ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries, interplanetary intergalactic time travelers. We salute you. This is Oliver here, and I'm outside of right south of Foster, right in the middle of Arleta, Mount Scott neighborhood. And October 1st, 2023. Change is in the air, my friends. Change is in the air. You can feel it. You can smell it. You know, something about when the temperature cools off, I start thinking about, you know, cocos, cigars, mashed potatoes and gravy, things like this. There's a whole shift, paradigm shift with the fall and the winter. Solar eclipse. We've got an eclipse coming up. We got change. And what we need to change, number one priority here in my neck of the woods, our neck of the woods, if you're in Multnomah County, we have to change the structure of the Multnomah County Commissioners. I'm not totally sure how we do it, but it doesn't need to be exact. We can mix it up anyway, but we need to follow those steps of the Portland City Council. That charter. Now that came from a committee. These ladies of the Multnomah County Commission, they're not going to welcome some change agent committee to suggest multiple seats and every zip code or every neighborhood association gets a representative or something like this. I like that idea. I mean, where's all the neighborhood associations in Multnomah County? Let's bring them all together. Create some sort of parliamentary type of commission and call it the Multnomah County Commission or something else. But it needs to happen. There's no perfect example. If you missed what KGW caught, I already knew there was tension. There was tension back with Deb Kafori. There was tension back with, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on her name. Her and Kafori. Kafori, I think, actually on a hot mic called her a bitch or acting like a bitch or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's spicy. You know, I mean, it's neoliberal women. I've been saying this my whole life. I grew up around neoliberal women, for Christ's sakes. They could be savages. They could be savages. And they're really good at masking all of that. And I like fighters, though. I mean, there's a difference there. It exposed the chair of why we've got to eliminate all of this and restructure. She says we have commitments to our partners in a quick defense to silence Dr. Sharon's objections, voice of dissent. Our partners. Well, who are those partners? Right? I've got an idea. But those partners are vague as donors. That's what she's saying. These are the people that got me seated here. This is the partnership that I've created, a little cash cow funnel for myself. Not for what's been the best interest or the other majority of voices demanding change of the structure, sobering beds. What a novel idea. There was no sobering beds in the proposal? $60 million or whatever it was? Billions? And there's nothing in there for sober room beds? Detox center? That's fucked up. So we got to structure. We got to do the changes. We can do it. I don't know if we need a petition, but I know there's a lot of money. These Prosper Portland people are paying for $1,000 billboards. Let's get some petitioners if we have to do it that way. Let's get some petitioners to restructure and for a proposal. Let's gut it. Let's gut the entire commission and let's liberate Dr. Sharon because she's being held hostage and captive right now by a tyrant, an authoritarian tyrant, in part because the system is designed that way. It's designed to keep the sorority and the queen on the throne. That's the structure of it that's got to go. It's in the best interest of all of our well-being, the entire community as a whole. We need more voices, not few. And we don't need to be governed by shit that isn't working for many years of results that are not working because they're donors to a chair of the commission, right? Campaign donors, probably even personal friends, probably tequila drinking buddies and donors. See, have to change this shit. So that's the number one priority. The other thing we got to do is we got to vet some candidates, patriots, populist, Portland Populist Patriot Party, or something like this. Some sort of populist patriot party, and it can be widespread. It can be from the escorts, the dancers, there's a lot of dancers in Portland, to the priests and the religious communities. The two of it together, it sounds nuts, like a crazy spiritual vinaigrette. But it's not. It's exactly what we need. There has to be voices of dissent, at least one, more than one would be better, it maybe two, on that 12 seats that's coming. 12 seat governing of the city council. We have to have some voices of dissent, at least to be heard. So how do you do that? How does the Patriot Progressive incorporate into this den of what could even be called a sea of anarcho-communists that are trying to get elected right now? Ironically, not so ironic, all of these ladies that have thrown in their hat to run have been a part of the charter review that proposed this. So it's like such a direct conflict of interest in itself. I don't know if it was the Sophia Peel, if it was Lama Week, or if that was, I don't think it was Mercury, but I think it was Lama Week. They had a great article about that. It's like, this is a conflict of interest, right? You're the one that proposed this, and now you're running for it. And there's a whole crew of them. But hey, it is what it is. They feel, like they're invested in maybe not as much entitled to a seat, but we might have to discuss conflicts of interest. The bottom line, though, is there's a whole lot of different groups. Not everybody is one liberal Democrat here in this town. And not everybody's even Democrats. We've got independents right here. We got lots of independents. We got anarcho-coms. We got anarcho-caps. We got all kinds of delusional people with all kinds of political titles. It is what it is. But anyway, I'll wrap that up. I'm going to finish my cigar and give it some deep consideration. Consider running. Consider running yourself. And consider helping out. I think we should start meeting. We've got a huge community room here. I think it's like $25 to meet. I mean, they want like a cleaning fee, but we could start by having meetings down there. It's a nice space. There's a full kitchen. We could actually even cook. So right where I'm at, but it's just or we could meet at a coffee shop or something. But I think we need to have a meeting or start having meetings and discussing Multnomah County revision, different ideas. How do we get there? Do we have to pay for petitioners? Does it have to be a voter approved? One way or another, it's got to be approved by the people. But I'm just saying, it's like the city council has power to bring in these things. And that's what the Charter Commission brought in. But then it went on the ballot and the people wanted it. So anyway, deep thoughts. Peace out. Be safe. It's getting crazy. It's going to get crazier. This month, the astro misalignments, interplanetary misalignments, that's a different video. It's intense. And this we're in eclipse season. Obviously, it's eclipse season, right? Every year. Eclipse season is dicey. You got to buckle up. All right. But be safe. We're going to be all right. Don't get freaked out. I don't want any climate anxiety meltdowns. No.